And an executive order signed by President Trump today is giving veterans seeking psychedelic therapy treatment some hope. KVUE's Jose Alonso has been looking over this presidential action and joins us in studio. Jose.
Brianna, this executive order directs the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and the Drug Enforcement Administration to establish a pathway for eligible patients to access investigational psychedelic drugs, including ibogaine compounds. Veterans we spoke with today say this type of treatment is very much needed. To battle post-traumatic stress disorder, Natasha Bayech opened her own business, a pole dancing studio in central Austin.
Working for myself was a way to be able to have more control over that, and some days wouldn't be able to get out of bed.
Bayech, seen in this military photo taken in Bosnia, served in the U.S. Army for 6 years. Dancing helps, but she says a psychedelic therapy treatment in Peru was eye-opening.
3 nights in the jungle changed my life completely. Prior to that, I had 17 years of, therapy through the VA. I even went, when I was a student at UT, got help through there. And in those 3 days, it did more for me than the 17 years prior.
Advocates have been pushing for ibogaine treatment, a type of psychedelic therapy. Think of it like taking psilocybin mushrooms or similar plant medicines. Nathan Fletcher with Veterans Exploring Treatment Solutions sought this out in Mexico.
I had horrific combat nightmares every night of my life. I have normal dreams now. I came back and I could feel love. I didn't view everything as a threat. I went from not drinking but really being grumpy about it to not even thinking about it.
On Saturday, President Donald Trump signed an executive order removing the red tape, keeping the FDA from reviewing this type of treatment for mental health issues.
In many cases, these experimental treatments have shown life-changing potential for those suffering from severe mental illness and depression, including our cherished veterans. Our veterans are having a tremendous hard time. The suicide rate, we have it down a little bit, but they are having a hard time.
That brings a lot of awareness to the public that we need these psychedelic treatments because what we have currently is not working. We still have veterans committing suicide.
Austin's Joe Rogan was also in the Oval Office during that moment.
These drugs are illegal not because they're harmful, they're illegal because of the 1970 Controlled Substances Act that was passed by the Richard Nixon administration.
Although many veterans are celebrating a win, there's still more work to be done.
This needs to be in a controlled clinical setting with professionals involved. But if we can get to that FDA approval, which was the essence of what President Trump did today, then those protocols can be put in place and the VA can administer it. This is the VA's job.
The order directs Health and Human Services and the FDA to work with the Department of Veterans Affairs and private companies to get more people into clinical trials. This will allow agencies to learn more about experimental psychedelic treatments.